Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Demon Slayer, the Hashira training arc episode number 4 reaction. So the previous episode, it was basically Tanjiro is okay now. He has rested well enough, his wounds have healed, and now he is in the training. And he went and trained with Tengen. Tengen is training everyone else, all the other, like the Demon Slayers, and letting them go through like physical enhancement, like like push-ups and like running and stuff like that. And obviously his training is like crazy. A lot of people are just like completely getting worn out. And but this is Tanjiro like took it very easily, was easily doing it. And by the end of it, he completes his training. And we get to see how also like Tengen is like a little bit sad about the fact that he cannot participate in like the battle, because obviously he probably feels responsible that he cannot help them even though he was one of the Hashiras. But anyways, this helped him, like since he's training others, this is probably helping him getting back into that whole thing, and stuff like that. Either way, that was that. And yeah, now we are in Muichiro's place, and I'm guessing Tanjiro is going to train with him now. So let's see what happens in this episode, episode number 4. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. There's no dirt in the mind if it's clear and possible. Bruh. Damn. Hmm. To bring a smile to one's face. Oh boy. Yeah, you think it's that? Yo. Oh god. Right. Bro, his neck would have gone. Yeah. Yo. Hmm. Bruh. Yeah. Yeah, this crow. Yeah. This is real cookie man, isn't it? Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, right. Wait, so he came here with him? Okay. Or is he staying here for now? Oh. Hmm. Okay. What the? Oh, they're practicing the sharpness? Oh, nice. Yeah, it's good. Okay. But so is he like staying here? Ah, all right. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. 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 Sure. Yeah. It's like the morale is a bit low here. Like, yeah. I don't think this is. I don't think this is working because Tengen's training was a bit different than this. He was also pushing them hard, but Muture is a bit too. Yeah, it's a bit different. Like Tengen's training was also like this, but his situation was a bit different. He was like what can I say, in tune with everyone else. Unlike Muichiro, who's like completely like one-sidedly. I don't know. Yo, the crows are fighting amongst each other. Hmm. I feel like Tanjiro being here will help a little bit because he can lighten the mood a little bit. Yeah, exactly. This is what I was talking about. It's it's a bit right. Hmm. Maybe to train himself. Ah. No, I think they're training. Yeah, or maybe patrolling or something. What the hell? Ah, what is that? All those eyes. What is? This is the eye that we saw. You remember in previous episode? Oh, it's her. The Biwa girl. This is how they keep an eye on everyone. Damn. What's it? Oh my god. Yeah, they're training. Damn. Oh, Muchir is here. Hmm. Two versus one, damn. Oh! Right. Yeah, he is a mist. Damn. Yo! I feel like he might be a bad match against Shinazuka because he uses wind while he's mist. I don't know. Bro. Where's the others? Like Mitsuri and the others? You know, that big guy? Forgot his name. Ju- hmm. Yeah, this is. Bruh. Mm. Yeah, but he has developed his mark. At least more than you guys. In that way, I guess Muichiro and Mitsuri are also kind of ahead a little bit because they have also manifested their marks. Bruh. Yeah, yo. Has he trained with Tanjiro? Still, I don't think he has. Real swords. Oh my god, that'll be a bit tense. Yeah. Right. This no. Okay. Er, Bro, he cannot move like this. The fear itself is going to. Right. This is definitely not the way to train others. I feel like. Yeah. Um. Yeah, but he cannot move. He's scared. How? Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's better. Now that he has expressed his feelings, people were like confused. They're like, what does he even want with it? Like, his stoic expression made others even more like tense. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, yes, at the last moment. Nice. Okay, passed. Okay, who's the next one? Um, 5 days. Yes. Yeah, you think so? Nah, man. Bruh. Until the atomic breaks, what? Right. What? Oh, as a what do you call it? Recreational. Hmm. Damn. I doubt you'll win, but. Yeah, well. Well, yeah, he's used to it. He he's a veteran here. Love how the paper planes have the same theme as the coats that they wear. Bro, it keeps going. Well, you're right. I doubt you're winning. Yeah, there you go. Well, hmm. What type of a plane is that? What? Hmm. Oh my. Right. Oh wow. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Hmm. Oh, wait, he's there. What's his name? Urokodaki? Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm guessing like the next one will probably be. Will it be Obanai? I don't know. Like he was talking about like Tanjiro's going to go to him for train. I'm guessing Tanjiro's going to go to every single one of them to train. Yeah. Like all the Hashiras. Except I guess Shinobu. Shinobu's not really participating in the training, so. Hmm. Hmm. Bees? Oh, Mitsuri this time. Okay. Oh, this is her house? No, not house, I guess, her place, yeah. Bees. Yeah. Oh, she has a. What do you call them? Apiary, I think, yeah. Yeah, this is training. Yeah, this is training. Pancake. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. No, just still in a conversation. Oh. Hmm. Yeah. I even ate. Okay. All right, that was today's episode. So today's episode was uh, Tokito's like training, basically. And yeah, now here in today's episode, you can see that a few important things. Number one, Tokito, not only him, but Shinazukawa and Obanai as well, they go outside at night to train amongst each other because obviously their individual trainings are not good enough for them themselves. So they're just like doing stuff and training amongst each other to strengthen themselves. And another thing I just realized, up until now, all the Hashiras that Tanjiro has trained are people that he knows, like who he's acquainted with. For example, he trained with Gyu in the first, like I think there. Then it was Tengen. Then it was I guess he still hasn't trained with Gyu. He just like was just there persistently with him. So I'm guessing Gyu's training will come later. But yeah, he trained with Tengen. He trained with Muichiro. Now he's going to train with Mitsuri. So all the people that he knows like personally, he has trained with. And now after this, after the next episode, I'm guessing we'll probably go to the different people who we still haven't have any type of conversation with properly. For example, Obanai, I'm guessing then Shinazukawa, and then that guy. I forgot his name. I think his name was wait a minute, let me check. It was something like let me check. Was it like a Gyome or something? Yeah, Gyome. Okay, right, I was correct. So yeah, so the all of them are like people that Tanjiro has actually haven't had a proper conversation with and are not personally acquainted with. So like I'm guessing they're just going through all the people that Tanjiro are acquainted with, and later on we're going to go to the others. Either way, so yeah, that's what's happening. And so today's episode, basically one important thing in today's episode is seeing how Muichiro is just so like reserved, usually since she's so reserved. His training is a bit harsh in that sense. For example, you can see that Tengen and Muichiro's training kind of the same. Both of them are pushing the trainees hard. Like Tengen, we saw what Tengen was doing. He was going crazy out there. And yeah, and Muichiro is doing the same here as well, pushing them past their boundaries. However, there's a huge difference between both of their training processes, is that Tengen is way more open and expressive about his opinions and feelings, which makes it a lot easier for the trainees who are getting trained to be, I don't know, motivated, or like their morale to stay up. Like he's clear cut about his, like he's like, oh, you have to do this, you have to like this and that, and like he, you can see his enthusiasm, his like that thing, which kind of, I don't know, like propels the trainees. Even though they're getting pushed hard, they're like, oh, he has expectations of us. That is why like they can feel it with his own energy. They can feel that he has full expectations on them. That is why he's pushing them hard, which gives them a little bit motivation to try harder. It's basically kind of like you're like a kid is not doing well academically in his tests, and you're pushing him hard to properly study, and you're being more expressive and being like, oh, you have to do this, like this and that, and you're showing that you have full faith in them, and then they can do it, which obviously is going to motivate them to try even harder. But if you're basically like, oh, you have to do it, and just completely stoic, doesn't really say anything, the person will be confused. They're like, okay, like, right, and that kind of thing. And that was basically what was happening with Muichiro. Obviously he's not to blame here, because this is literally his personality. He is very like reserved, except on the close acquaintances like Tanjiro and the others. In front of strangers, he's very reserved. So that's why you cannot really blame him for that. But at the same time, like the fact that he's pushing them so hard and basically literally not expressing anything and not showing any type of emotion probably made the trainees lose hope. They were like, oh my god, he doesn't like us, he has no expectations of us, something like that, which was bringing the whole mood down and making them like not motivated enough to continue this, that kind of thing. So Tanjiro coming here and bringing up the mood helped in the long process, because now everyone, after that whole little like that plane throwing contest that they had, now everyone knows what Muichiro is like and how he is. They now know that, oh, like, it's not that he is fed up with us or he doesn't have any expectations of us. It's just that he's like this, and and that kind of thing. Like, they now know that, oh, he's basically like this. So, like, they won't be perturbed by his lack of emotions from here onwards. And I guess that basically, like, Tanjiro coming here and changing the mood a little bit did help in that way. Otherwise, I was pretty sure all of these people, they would have probably lost hope and probably would have not come back to train at all. That, I feel like that would have been the ending of this if Tanjiro didn't come here. Like, Mutual would have continued like this and it would have been over. Unlike Tengen, where Tengen's situation was way different. He was pushing them, but at the same time, he was full on, energy, continuously radiating energy, which made other people also get influenced by that and keep pushing harder. So, like, Tanjiro coming here, I guess in that way it did help, because he became, like, I guess you could say, like, the mediator. Like, there was, like, a lack of communication between Muichiro and the trainees, but Tanjiro knows Muichiro, so him being there, he kind of was able to talk on behalf of Muichiro, tell everyone else that, oh, it's fine, he's, it's just him, and he was also able to tell Muichiro that you need to relax a little bit. That is why in the end the little paper, plane throwing contest was very helpful to boost up the morale and let other people know that, yeah, Muichiro is also just like them. It's not that he's fed up with them or he's, like, not really happy with them. It's just that he's like this. Deep down inside, he is also a human being like them, just like them. So, which I'm guessing maybe helped them find their, motivation from that. Anyway, so that was that. And yeah, that was today's episode. In the end, also a few other things. Another important thing that was revealed here, that is, Urokodaki is here. He's keeping an eye on Nezuko. Okay, that makes sense. And what else? Yeah, I think that was it. Oh, and then there was that weird scene where that Biwa lady, in the within the demons, there's a lady who plays the Biwa. That's a Biwa, isn't it? Or am I making a mistake? Yeah, that's a Biwa, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's a Biwa, as far as I know. So yeah, she was the one who was controlling those eyes, and she's keeping an eye on everyone, basically using those eyes. Right, and there's so many of them, and yeah, so that's what's happening. I wonder why they were, like, on the eyes it was written 4. Now here's the, like, thing, the previous season, like, obviously we fought with those two, I think 4 and 5. Yeah, we fought with 4 and 5. So obviously I remembered that, but I completely forgot that one of them was number 4. So in the previous episode, when I saw that, I saw the eyes, I was like, oh, it's written number 4, so this must be the 4th, the 4th upper moon. But someone in the comments reminded me that, oh, like, no, it's not the 4th, because we've already taken care of the 4th in the previous season. And like, I saw the, in the eyes it was written 4, so I immediately assumed it was 4 without even thinking that, yeah, we literally took care of him in the previous season. So I wonder why it's in the eyes it's written 4. I'm sure there's, like, a deeper meaning behind it, but I don't know. I cannot really figure out why it's like that. Anyways, yeah. So there you go. That was today's episode. And in the end, like, Tanjiro goes to Mitsuri, and now he's going to train with Mitsuri. I'm guessing Mitsuri, it will be more of like a strength train. No. Mitsuri is probably going to be flexibility training, because I think strength training will be. No, you know what? I feel like Mitsuru will be like a mixture of strength and flexibility, because Mitsuru is strong, we've seen that in the previous season. So she'll be, I'm guessing she's going to be more like that. No, I guess strength training was with Tengen. With Tokito, it was like being more fast and swift. So I think Mitsuru will be flexibility, not strength, because we already went through the strength training, I think. Yeah, it'll be something like that, I guess. I don't know. But for now, Mitsuru is like, oh, let's eat pancakes and honey. Right. And yeah, that was that. All right, so let's see how this goes. Okay, now that was today's episode. Let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene of today's episode, we get to see Tanjiro has reached Tokito's place and he sees Tokito training everyone, and everyone's getting clobbered completely. And Tokito's like, "Oh, you would have died 3 times by now, try to keep up." And with his like very stoic face and like blank face, and everyone's getting intimidated by that. Right. And then after that, Tanjiro kind of stands there and sees what he's doing, and he sees the training. He's literally like going through the different trainees, defeating them, and he's like, yeah. Now obviously he was so much concentrating, he didn't see Tanjiro there, and then in the end Tanjiro's like, oh, and he sees him and he's like, oh, Tanjiro, hello, how are you? Right. Okay, so oh my god, this crow, the Kasugai crow, Tokito's Kasugai crow. I think I probably mentioned this in the previous season as well. When I heard the voice, I was like, yeah, this is definitely Rie Kugimiya's voice. And the crow, especially the way she like speaks, and like the style she speaks. Oh boy, and the crow is like bad mouthing and like everyone, all the trainees. They're like, oh, you guys like. What was she saying? Yeah, she was as insulting as ever. She's like, you shut your mouth. I'll guard your eyes out. Oh lord, that's funny. Oh god. Anyways, so yeah, Muichiro brings him inside, and he sees that guy's there. What's his name? Kanamori, yeah, that's his name. The blacksmith. He's here, and he's like, Tanjiro's like, oh, what's he doing here? So here, we train out a little bit of a few of the swords. Muichiro holds, let's give Tanjiro a sword, a katana, not a sword, and uses like the paper planes to test how sharp they are. And he says that this is why Kanamori is here. I asked the master, about this situation, and he was like, yeah, fine. Like, if you want to bring him in, bring him in. And so now he's like the person who maintains his weapons and stuff, and and the master also gave them this place to stay, so yeah. And the katanas are very sharp, like using that paper plane we were able to show that how sharp it is. Anyways, so all of that is happening, and and Tanjiro's like, okay, like everything is going good, but then again in the training you can see that he goes back to his same like blank face again in his training, and you can see Tanjiro realizes that, yeah, like he is taking it a bit too, the fact that he's not showing his emotions is basically making all the other trainees, I don't know, they're getting scared, and it's lowering their morale, which is actually being detrimental in this situation. Either way, they train, and Tanjiro here kind of heightens the mood up a little bit. He's like, oh, it's fine, and they talk about him. Tanjiro talks about Muichiro and tells them that, oh, he's he's basically like this, but don't worry, I'm sure you can keep up, basically like boosts their mood a little bit. And he says he's also training or non-stop training you guys, and so yeah, so there you go. Either way, after that, they see like Tokito going outside, so they're like, the trainees are like, oh, he always does that. So obviously they're like, oh, I wonder where he goes, but we all know where he goes. He goes to train outside at night, and this is where we see at night those eyes start moving. And okay, I'm going to watch this scene once again. So basically you can see like veins, and then we realize that's not veins, that's literally her hair, the Biwa lady's hair. So the hair is like in a form of a vein. So basically it's like more of a I don't know, like a network in which I think she's like keeping an eye out on everyone and everything, using those like things. Um, right. And yeah, there you go. After that, you can see Tokito goes to Obanai and Shinazagawa training, and Tokito's like, oh, let me train as well. And yeah, they start training after that. It's basically 2 versus 1. Obanai versus Obanai and Shinazukawa versus Muichiro, but they go at it. And yeah, after that, after the training, they kind of talk about a few things. They talk about what's going on, how their training are going, this and that. And Tokito brings up Tanjiro, at which they're like, okay, like he's going to come, and like and he says like by the time that he goes to Obanai, he'll probably be all healed up. So Obanai's like, all right, like we'll see. So they're also excited to fight Tanjiro as well. Either way, that was that. And back again in the morning, Muichiro is training the trainees, and he's defeated everyone, and everyone is just like down. And then he's like, okay, so sense of urgency, you guys need that. Bring out the real swords. And this is where everyone's like like what can I say, like the motivation goes full down, starts sinking completely, because obviously they're scared at confronting him with a bokuto. Like if it's an actual katana, they're like, what am I, like how? Like the fact that they're holding that katana and facing someone like him with a katana is freaking them out themselves, and they completely like at least up until now they were at least like a little bit like responsive, but now they've completely frozen in front of him. And I think like Tanjiro was going to interrupt them here, like Tanjiro was going to say something, but before that happens, like the guy like falls down and he's like, I'm sorry, I cannot do it. Like this is too much on my nerves. And yeah, and he kind of says like like I know, like we guys are nothing compared to what you guys face, and we also know that you're also training hard. You're going probably outside to train, and I can see at the morning you're like cooling down your like your swollen parts underneath your like your robe. But like he's like it's kind of impossible for us to do anything in this at this point of time. Either way, Muichiro's like what's that? I think you're all doing as well as you can, but I'm training you guys because I want you guys to stay alive. Like this is basically like what the demons will be. They will be ruthless like this, and they can easily kill you. Like obviously we will be fighting against the big ones, but even the smaller demons, they're still strong. So I'm doing this so that you guys can at least protect your own lives. And that is what I really feel. So he was a lot more expressive here. Either way, next we get to see them training after that. For 5 days, Tanjiro trains with him, and you can see a battle between Tanjiro and Muichiro. And Muichiro is like, okay, you've improved. Like all the plays that I told you to like hone, you've actually honed it properly, and you're doing well. And he's like, you passed. Yeah, go to the next one. Right. And yeah, and everyone else is like, oh, so we also can maybe leave, and he's like, no, you guys stay. It's nothing you've done, like you have to train more. Right. Anyways, Tanjiro realizes that if this continues, obviously they are communicating a little bit more, but it's still not good enough. So Tanjiro's like, if this continues, like it'll be a bit difficult. Like the trainees will again get demotivated very soon. So Tanjiro's like, okay, you know what? Let's do a paper plane flying competition. If I win, you will talk to these people with a little bit more, like properly. You'll be more expressive. And he says, like, and I asked Kanamori-san about your hobbies, and he said that you like throwing paper airplanes. So let's do that if I win. And Muichiro's like, fine, let's do it then. So they start the paper plane throwing competition. Muichiro's like, you can do it like 5 times if you want to. The best one you can take. I'll like if you can at least fly one plane better than me, I'll listen to you. And Tanjiro's like, easy peasy. No worries. At least I'll be able to get one. But oh boy, he eats his words very soon because like after he throws it for 3 to 5 times, none of them goes farther than Muichiro. And then everyone else is like, oh, like can we do it as well? Like one of them is like, oh, I'm actually like the my village champion or something, and they start communicating more with Muichiro, and Muichiro's like, it's fine, let's do it, and they start doing it together. Obviously, Tanjiro's main goal was so that Muichiro becomes a little bit more expressive and at least talks to them in a in a more expressive way, showing emotions, so that they can have a better communication against each other and they can do better in training. Because if this continues, they'll all get worn out and it'll end in a disaster. So to be more open with each other, he wanted them to be. So in a way, this kind of worked out perfectly, because now everyone else is together with Muichiro playing, throwing paper airplanes, and like having a little bit of fun, which obviously let them understand each other better. And they got to know a little bit more about Muichiro, and Muichiro was able to get a little bit closer to the trainees as well, which is going to help out in the long run, like I said. um yeah, either way, after all of that, Muichiro and Tanjiro are talking. So here Tanjiro talks about the fact that like Nezuko is definitely getting targeted, because the fact that all the demons have stopped coming, so I'm sure like Muzan is preparing to go and get Nezuko, who has been able to conquer the sun. And he says like, I'm here training at my heart's content. I don't want to take her with me currently, in just in case, if something happens, if you get targeted. Back in our place, a person who I trust the most is taking care of Nezuko. Obviously, we see that it's actually Urokodaki sitting there and keeping an eye on her. So yeah, she's, like, Tanjiro's like, I'm calm with that. I have full confidence in him. So yeah, so now I can train like, on my own, at my own pace, and get stronger and stronger. Eventually, for the eventual fight that is going to happen, the inevitable fight that is going to happen. Okay, and yeah, that was that. And then in the after credit scene, we can see that Tanjiro has come to Mitsuri's place, and and Mitsuri's like, oh, Tanjiro-kun, hello, long time no see. And you can see that all bees and stuff, and Tanjiro's like, wait, you're keeping bees? And yeah, so basically, Mitsuri's keeping bees, and I'm guessing, as she says, like from that she gets her honey for and uses it as like a spread for her bread or whatever. Yeah, so she's like, wait, so she says she eats honey with butter? What? Wait a minute. See, if you spread the honey on a slice of bread, it's mind-bogglingly yummy. Okay. You can also heap on some... What? Wait, is this normal? Honey and butter on bread at the same time? I don't know, man. And she's like, oh, then we can brew some tea, we can eat some pancakes. And Tanja's like, wait, butter? Pancake? Wait, so I just barely know what black tea is. Oh, I see. So Tanjiro doesn't even know, like, like stuff. Like, I guess that makes sense, because obviously they were, like the way Tanjiro and they, like, like he and his family lived there, and I guess they didn't really have, like, opportunity to eat pancakes and stuff. And then we saw what happened. His whole life turned upside down, and now he's fighting demons. So I guess he never had any, like opportunity to, like, have stuff like this. Like, there wasn't any type of respite. Continuously he's fighting. So yeah. And Mr. like, oh, let's eat, I wonder, what will be funny if by the end of it we see like the whole training was them eating. I doubt that's going to happen. I think Muichiro will be like the flexibility training, because yeah, like the physical aspect of the physical strength and all that stuff was done with Tengen. Here Muichiro was like in the fast, like the swiftness. What's her name? Mitsuri will probably be flexibility. I'm not really sure about the others because I don't know much about them. You know, like Obanai and the others, what they will train Tanjiro in. But I'm guessing it'll probably be something they are good at. So yeah, let's wait and see. That's where it ended. So that was today's episode. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. So that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Demon Slayer, the Hashira training arc. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.